In today's video, we're going to be going over tornado kick. Let's get started. So first, you want to start in a good fighting stance. When you're first learning this, I recommend standing with your feet in the same line or with having your back foot slightly behind you. This will make it easier to pivot. So the first step in tornado kick is to pivot, turn your back to the target. So you turn over your rear shoulder, which is the shortest turn possible to get your back facing the target. At the same time, you want to look over your shoulder to spot your target. So I'm going to pivot on the balls of my feet, turn my back to the target, and look over my shoulder. At the same time I'm pivoting, I want to slightly squat down, also known as loading my legs. So I'm going to pivot, look over my shoulder, and notice how my legs are slightly bent. Okay? So I recommend practicing that a few times before you move on to the next step. Just practice your pivot like this. Pivot. Pivot. The next step from there is to step through. So we're going to pivot. I'm spotting my target. Now I'm going to step through with my rear leg and land in another fighting stance. So pay attention to how I step through. I don't want to swing my leg out super wide like this, which is going to slow down my rotation, and it's very noticeable if you want to use this kick in sparring. Instead, after I pivot, I want to swing my leg straight through, following a straight line. Okay? So I'm looking at my target, swing my leg straight through, and land in another clear fighting stance. If you're not landing in a fighting stance, it's really hard to determine which leg to kick with when you're first learning this kick. So make sure after the pivot and the step through, you land in a clear fighting stance. And then from here, you've already performed the hard part of the tornado kick. All you have to do from here is perform a roundhouse kick. So you do knee up, turn, and kick. So let's connect it all together. Start in a good fighting stance, pivot, spot your target and load your legs, step straight through, land in another fighting stance, and roundhouse kick. And that's the regular on the ground tornado kick. Next, let's go over the jump tornado kick. So for the jump tornado kick, I recommend having the regular on the ground tornado kick. You're pretty proficient at that already because it's very similar. So for jump tornado, start in a fighting stance, pivot, spot your target. This one, you need to especially make sure your legs are loaded. Instead of swinging your leg through and setting it down in front, you're going to swing your leg in a straight line through. And once you're facing forward, you will raise your knee up. So from the beginning, fighting stance, pivot, squat down, spot your target, swing your leg straight through, and then when your body's forward, knee up as high as you can. From here, you're going to switch legs. There's multiple ways you can break this down. You can switch to another knee up, like this. Practice just that. But the next step, if you can, switch directly to a roundhouse kick chamber. So this knee is up. I'm going to switch, land in a roundhouse kick chamber. Notice the position of my standing foot. It's turned so my toes are behind me. Okay? So here's the example of raising my knee up and then switching and just raising it straight up again. So I pivot, knee up, switch to another straight knee up. The next way you can do it, turn, knee up, switch into a roundhouse kick chamber. And then after that, you're already in the roundhouse kick. All you have to do, snap it out and land. So all together, pivot, swing through, knee up, and then kick. A few tips for you. Make sure you keep your eyes up whenever you're performing this kick. Start in a good fighting stance. In the pivot, load your legs. Make sure you spot your target. If you want a stronger jump, really throw that knee hard. Throw that knee. And then eventually you can start adding the arms and have a really strong switch if you want to have a more powerful roundhouse kick. So drive your arm across, up and across to have a more powerful tornado. Okay? So on the ground should look like this. And then jump tornado, just like that. And that's how you do tornado kick.
Days, no.